Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Welcome to the Rocket Right Show, starring Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar. Two busy blondes with their fingers on the pulse of all things Louisiana. Events, health, leisure, entertainment, and more. It's the Rocket Right Show. And now, here's Betsy and Kay.
And we know that you love to rock it right with us each and every week, so we're really glad that you're hanging with us. We hope you're telling your friends and you're sharing what we're sharing because it's really important. So we're going to talk about a few things that you need to know. We are well into June. We are enjoying the summertime, and thank you, Jesus. Music venues are opening up. So we're looking forward to sharing a lot of good times. And so we have Robert Lay with Red Stick Social. That is the coolest place. It really is. And in a minute, we're going to be talking with Vicki Little with Talent 360. There's been some changes with Facebook and some of the ways that you market your business. We need to let you know about that.
They just changing stuff all the time. And then we're keeping with our wellness series here. And we're going to be talking with Paige Sullivan, who has Healing Hope Wellness Center. And I was fortunate enough to meet her at a Partners One business breakfast. Because networking is the key. You meet so many cool people. And then Eric Peters going to be playing us some music at the end of the show. I hadn't seen Eric since he's this big. No, not really. He was still that big, but it's been a few years, so I can't wait to hear some of his music.
Well, I've heard great things about his music. I'm really looking forward to it. And we are coming to you from the Partners One studio through Pelican Broadcasting, Talk 107.3 FM. You might be listening to us on KWLA, All Talk All the Time, out of Manning, Natchitoches, Anacoco, or you might be listening to us on the River and the Gator out of Natchez and Faraday. So if you're listening, if you're watching, we thank you and we appreciate you so much. So Robert Lay, you jumped in the restaurant business just when everything was kind of shutting down.
That's right.
You're a brave soul, and you're hanging in.
I guess you can call it a brave soul. I don't know. I've been called worse, trust me.
You're still smiling.
So far, so good. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So Robert has invested in almost downtown, in the more historical.
Kind of right in between Mid-City and downtown.
Yeah. So now you are the place to go. You're offering the place to go with Red Stick Social.
We're trying to be that.
Yeah. 34,000 square feet of historic space with indoor and outdoor music venue, entertainment. Right. So how did you get into this? I mean, we're kind of in awe of what you've, jumped into here.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, it was not, as my wife says, one of those things in hindsight where you're like, I don't think I'll ever go do that again. But now that I'm in it, it was a passion project. So my full-time job is historic tax credit development and syndication. I really have a passion for repurposing old buildings. That's just such a great campus with Electric Depot and what Entergy did with that building. And the whole story of Entergy was about to tear it down. They literally had the demolition permits pulled to tear that entire campus down. The city came to them, I believe it was in Mayor, was Kip Holden's administration, I'm not mistaken. And they said, listen, don't tear the building down, donate it to the city, and we'll figure out how to repurpose it. And that's when, I'm trying to recall who it was, the East Baton Rouge Redevelopment Alliance, I think was when they were kind of getting going, if I'm not mistaken. And so Entergy donated the building to the city. The city did an RFP with some local developers. Some folks that I've worked with won the contract, and we had this building on Electric Depot, which is, if you've ever been there, it's like I said, it's 34,000 square feet, 5 different levels. It's like, what do you do with it? Is it restaurant? Is it a bar? Is it multifamily? Is it office? We just couldn't quite figure out.
It should be everything is what you decided, right?
It's a little bit of everything. So we said, well, yeah, let's do a little bit of everything. So we just took that whole thing down and worked with the development team, and they were awesome to work with. And we kind of turned it into this, what our vision of a entertainment destination for the capital city was. And that's live music, private events, bowling, good food and drink, just a really great social hangout, social destination. You've got beautiful views of downtown. You've got a really cool outdoor patio up on the 5th floor. It's perfect for weddings. It's perfect for any type of private events, whether it's 1,000 people or 20 people. Bring the kids, go bowling, hear really good live music, good food and drink, all under one roof. We've got great, safe, secure parking on this really convenient campus. Like I said, it's right next to downtown, right off the interstate, right down from Mid-City. So had a lot of things going with it, in addition to everything else that's on the Electric Depot campus. You've got some multifamily units, you've got other bars, you've got other restaurants, you've got other tenants that are spectacular, and hopefully there'll be some multifamily that'll be built behind our building. So it's just really just great location, great bones, and it's just great kind of area that ties together downtown and Mid-City. And so we went rocking and rolling, and here we are. And then, not even a year into being open, I think it was about 10 months being open, COVID hit. And the rest, as we know, is history. So it's been it's been interesting.
Anytime you're on a roll, and then you just kind of
it was brick wall. There it is. But you live and learn, and we've persevered, and don't get me wrong, we've had our challenges. There've been plenty of sleepless nights. Mm-hmm. We've had to make some really tough, really painful decisions just to keep the thing going. But we've been lucky. The landlords we have been with have been phenomenal. The crowds have been great. They're coming back incredibly strong. Our revenues are continuing to build. There's an excitement and an energy for live music, and excitement for energy and being out, and that's what we're trying to create. And so hopefully we can continue on this roll and move into the fall and come back bigger and stronger and better than ever. But it's been an interesting year. But we see the light at the end of the tunnel. A lot of great things are on the horizon that we're really excited about, that are going to continue to enhance the guest experience, and we think we're just going to kind of continue to build upon what we've got now and make it bigger and better than ever.
Your passion is palpable.
It's a passion
you can
project,
feel it.
for
Yeah,
sure.
you can feel the passion you have for this building, for this project. But there isn't anything else like it in the capital city. It's an industrial space, kind of an urban space. It feels historic, but it feels new. It's very eclectic. And so I was talking with Chase yesterday, and Jay Hover was on our show last week. And so we were talking about the ideas they had for repurposing, redecorating some of the space, bringing some art into it, as well as music.
100%.
So it's really exciting. You're definitely not a glass half empty. You're a glass half full.
That's the only way to live, right? That's right.
Overflowing.
For sure.
So I think that you're able to really convey how important this space is to the city of Baton Rouge to become a destination for any type of entertainment, a tourism destination,
100%,
an event venue. And it could be a great meeting space, too.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
you could have private meetings, conferences, conventions, things like that, because you do have such a variety of spaces there.
Yeah, we've had local businesses that have rented out the entire facility for half of meetings during the day, and then it's really just kind of employee appreciation for the other half of the day. We've done small Lions Club meetings and things like that, where it might be 20 or 50 people. We've done a million kids' birthday parties with 20 folks, and you let them run around and bowl and have a good time. I mean, the building's glass, concrete, steel, and brick. You can't hurt it, right? So everything can be hosed down or sweeped down or mopped down or whatever it is.
So you're ready for some paint glow parties?
That's right. Well,
maybe not that.
There's a I won't name the school, but there was was supposed to be a 5th grade graduation, and COVID washed it out, so it was a 6th grade graduation. And I think we're going to have glitter and paint and glow in the dark paint till forever on that thing, because it is all over the place. But the important part is they had a good time. The parents had a good time, and that's really what that building's about. Really, the building is bringing out just a great social atmosphere, really high energy, everybody having a good time. It's a little bit of something for everybody, and that's an important thing about it too that was so critical to us is it's family friendly, right?
Yes.
We do get into some adult entertainment, starting at 8, 9, 10 o'clock with live music, and we've got the bars and all that stuff. But for the most part, you can bring your kids whenever you want to. Our general rule of thumb is 10 and under get in free, 17 and under just have to be supervised by a parent or guardian or something like that. And that was the one that we had just a phenomenal. I was just so excited and thrilled and just appreciative for everybody that came out for Memorial Day. And one of the compliments that we got was just how family friendly it was, and people were so excited to be outside in this big open space, social distance, all that fun stuff. People felt comfortable being outside, but they could bring their kids, and that was just, to me, just super exciting to see the moms and the dads and we had grandparents out there, and just everybody had an absolute blast. And so that's, quite frankly, that's the motivating factor for us, right?
Well, I've always thought it's a great thing to be able to bring kids to music venues.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times they can't go to places, and especially when they're little aspiring musicians, to be able to go to a place where they can hear music and, learn and want to go home and learn that song.
That's right.
And,
Well,
there's they can't be there after 10 o'clock. So I love the fact that you have early
and
music
how
that they can be
important
exposed
how
to.
important is music to the cultural significance of our community and of our state.
Yeah,
and so
huge.
you start them out early, and Jay says this all the time, and I say it with my kids. I love bringing my kids out there. My little 3-month-old, to put headsets on him or headphones on him so he doesn't go deaf, but my little 2-year-old loves being out there. My little 3-month-old loves being out there, and you can just tell he's reacting to the music. You see the kids reacting to the music, and it's just such a great, that's why we do it, is for that right there, quite frankly.
That's right. And it does have so much to do with our culture. So when Kay's boys were younger, they had solar heat. They had a band. You just never know.
I was just thinking,
And
you
they
need some
couldn't- they
plastic
couldn't play
guitars that
everybody.
say Red Stick Social.
We
because the kids
are all
love
about the marketing,
rocking out with
100%.
that.
100%. I'll be Googling that in a little bit, how I get that on the shelf.
And you never know what little guy or gal that would be in a band that their parents are supporting that one day might be a 3-time #1 hit songwriter.
Could
you
be.
just never do know.
Well, and there's
from
some-
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You just never do know.
It might happen. And there's some really exciting things that we have with some local groups and nonprofits that are coming up to give kids in the local community an opportunity to use our venue as a stage to be able to showcase their talents, and just really excited about. And we're not quite ready to release those details yet, but those are the type things that we want to do, is really be a good a community neighbor, a good community friend, a good community partner, and allow music to, all the kids in the community to showcase those talents with music, because it's just so important,
So what we'd like to do is we want you to keep us in the loop, in the circle of trust. Let us know what's
Sure,
going on when
sure.
it's
And we'll have
happening.
you back when
And
you
we're gonna
can
have you
talk
back
about
when
it.
you're ready to announce it.
So that I can tell you a few things. We're going to build a really cool outdoor stage and beer garden that'll be permanent. We've seen a huge show of support for that. We're going to retool some where our stage is inside, and we're probably going to do some things with food and beverage and enhance that experience, so that from morning to night, there's always something to do at Red Stick Social at Electric Depot.
Okay, so just come up with reasons why you want us to meet you at Red Stick Social. So you need to go to redsticksocial.com. Let's start planning some fun. Robert Lay, thank you for the investment you've made, just your passion and your financial investment in making this something that is going to be shared with families and the memories of Baton Rouge forever and a day.
Well,
Thank you.
I'm very, very happy to do it, and thank you all for having us on. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with Vicki Little. She's got some things that you need to know about social media, web design, and promoting your business. We'll be right back.
Sorry, didn't mean.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit LouisianaTravel.com and plan your getaway today.
Young women are joining a movement to educate voters. Why? The need to represent our conservative and moderate values has never been more important. The values that made our nation the superpower it is. If you work, are in college, have children, every decision made at Louisiana State Capitol and City Council meetings impacts your wallet, your home, education, student loans, and everyday life. Become informed and involved through the LFRW Young Women's Initiative across Louisiana. Public policy impacts you and your family. Check out the Young Women's Initiative by emailing lfrwregion1vp@gmail.com or call 504-382-3474. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
Visit one of our 21 state parks all over Louisiana.
Let's go to the state park. There are 21 of them, you know. And state parks have biking and hiking, tubing, and we can even ride horses. Or we can go exploring and even swim by a beach. They have cabins, really nice ones, with long fishing piers.
Don't forget to tell them about the discounts.
Oh yeah, book 3 nights and we get the 4th night free.
Great job.
Thanks.
Louisiana State Parks, we're ready for your adventure.
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ron McMorris of Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, conveniently located off the I-12 corridor in Walker and Albany. If you suffer from sciatica, migraines, or other pain conditions, give us a call to see if we have a technique that best fits you. We have multiple techniques including chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, dry needling, rehab, and much more. Again, I'm Dr. Ron McMorris with Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, Walker, and Albany.
Welcome back to Rocket Right. I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes. Happy Hurricane Betsy Barnes in the month of June with Dr. Kay Solar. And we are right now 3 busy blondes who have a lot that we want to share with you. But Vicki Little with Talent 360 is really our go-to source for our website, our Facebook connection. And she's done a phenomenal job in just boosting those things. She keeps us on task as far as how we reach people and how we reach listeners, sponsors, and connecting them on our website and through social media. So she just does a phenomenal job with, you know, decades of work with AT&T building websites back in the day. And now you're connecting a lot of small businesses through Partners One and others. You're a fellow Partners One member.
Yep.
So you know what's going on in the internet industry and the way that that affects the way we promote our businesses. And some things have happened that you're really cautious about.
Right. Yeah, so I just came back from conference. I went to a conference to kind of get educated, got some information about what's about to happen with social media, and then kind of got schooled for an entire day about the new process that you're going to have to set up in Facebook, or you're just going to spend your money and then you're going to wonder why didn't that work this month and it worked last month? And so the new process is quite complicated. So I will be providing the link with the how-to to you guys so somebody can go reference that if they need to, okay? So just to kind of give everybody an update, Apple and Facebook have always been like this. Okay.
So they're not buddies.
They're butting heads.
They're not buddies.
Yeah.
And so Apple has been threatening to release this new ISO update. They've threatened, and now they've done it. okay? So the new update actually was approved April 26th of this year. The new ISO 14 device update has already launched, okay?
I noticed that on my phone. I got an alert about that.
I did, and I didn't plug mine in at night, so I didn't get updated.
Yep, and so once everybody does that new transition update, at that point, if you go to any app, and it doesn't matter if that app is already loaded on your Apple device or it is a new app, it's going to ask you to give them permission, allow to track you, or ask the app not to track you. Okay.
So we can ask the app not to track us, or that is automatic tracking.
That's right. And so before, when you would go to your Facebook, or you would go to your Instagram app, or you would go to any
your banking app,
or your banking app, you would go ahead and give up that information. And so for years and years and years and years, Facebook has been able to acquire what's called that first party data, okay, which is the best data to get. And so that's the way that they have been able to give you the ability, if you're a small business, to go in and set your budget and pick your audience and pick your geo and all of those simple things, and it worked, right? Well, if you don't set it up right now, it's not going to work anymore, okay?
That is horrible.
Yep.
That is horrible to think that so many businesses have set their budgets, their advertising through social media, through Facebook, and now because of Apple and Facebook not agreeing.
Yes. So Apple's always been very, very cognizant about privacy, as you know. They've gone head to head with even the government about giving up privacy, even for, suspected terrorists, things like that. So they've kind of taken it to the next level, and this is something that we talked about last time I was here with, DuckDuckGo, right? There's a lot of my clients now that I sit in front of, and their browser's now set to DuckDuckGo because they do not want to share their information with you anymore. So I just want to hit on
They don't want to share their information with Facebook.
With anybody.
With anybody.
That's
their
right.
Private, personal, confidential information.
That's right. So a couple of things that Facebook's doing to adjust to this, okay, is the first thing, I've talked about on the show several times that the first thing you should do if you're a business is set up your free information and your free pages across the internet. And I think I've honed in on that so many times. Well, guess what? D-Day is here, okay? So if you did not register, I'm not talking about, I'm on Facebook and I have a business page on Facebook, okay? If you did not do your official domain verification and registration with Facebook, you're going to be left in the dark, okay? So what that is talking about is, remember I talked about those 70 free places.
Directories, the internet
exactly,
website directories.
Yelp, all of that stuff that is free that you should have already set up anyway. If you don't have that free domain verification page set up, that's not part of best practices, and you can go ahead and throw your money into that and then wonder why it didn't work.
Wow.
The other thing is Facebook's requiring to define up to 8 conversation events. So no longer is it about audience. It is no longer about geo. You have to go in and set up now 8 conversation events. Understanding the reporting changes.
What's a conversation event?
That will be all listed on the website. It's very intense. The other thing is the ability to measure your reporting is going to change. So once you go in, you do your domain verification, you set up your 8 conversation events, that kind of thing, your measurements of success and your optimization reports will change drastically. The reporting right now, unfortunately, is delayed. So it is not real time anymore. So heads up on that.
What a mess.
So finally, your identity of the strategy, you really need to focus on what's called CBO, which is campaign budget and optimization. There's so much more detail to this. I'm going to list it out on the actual website. I'm actually going to do a webinar seminar this month for small business to get them up to speed on this. But
what is the date of that?
I'm waiting for Partners One to actually allocate the date. It's going to be free. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is very positive, is I am actually hosting a Women in Business conference July 13th. We will have 2 presenters. We will have 3 people on a panel of experts on business. So our goal is to have a business law attorney, a CPA on the panel, and an expert in trade on the panel. So we're expecting 40 to 45 business owners, women business owners, to come to that conference. And so it is giving them the ability to get free information to kind of kick off our new evolution of economy coming back, the buzz coming back. It's going to give them tools to take back that they can go put in place for free. Pretty excited about that.
Yes.
I think it's needed now in Baton Rouge. And so July 13th from 3 to 6 at the Goodwood Library.
So we are going to be sharing all the details of that. It's really important that you sign up early. A limited number of people, I suppose.
Absolutely.
And so, Vicki Little with Talent 360, you've given us a lot to think about, and we're so glad that you're here to help us.
Yep. And so expect at the conference, we're going to go through every bit of this, because the last thing I want you to do is to waste your money.
That's right. Well, thank you, Vicki Little, for helping us and for helping everyone. And we're going to be right back, and we're going to be talking about your health, more your physical health, not just your internet and social media health.
Yeah.
And so hang with us. We'll be right back with Rocket Right with Hurricane Betsy Barnes, Dr. Kay Solar, and right here. Hang tight.
My biggest concern was my family and being able to see me come home every day and know everything is going to be okay. I felt comfortable that I was being treated by some of the best. There were some scary points along the way, but it's just kind of like been a little blip in the road.
Money, wellness, fun. Rocket Right Radio takes you all across Louisiana and the nation with guests who live life to the fullest.
I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
I'm Dr. Kay Solar.
You're gonna love it.
Join us every week when we cover
everything under the sun.
Live and learn with the Wright sisters.
Politics,
health,
music and entertainment.
local agnet.
Rocket Right Radio. You're gonna love it.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Cade Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you're interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Cade Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
Young women are joining a movement to educate voters. Why? The need to represent our conservative and moderate values has never been more important. The values that made our nation the superpower it is. If you work, are in college, have children, every decision made at Louisiana State Capitol and City Council meetings impacts your wallet, your home, education, student loans, and everyday life. Become informed and involved through the LFRW Young Women's Initiative across Louisiana. Public policy impacts you and your family. Check out the Young Women's Initiative by emailing lfrw-region1vp@gmail.com or call 504-382-3474. We look forward to talking to you soon.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit LouisianaTravel.com and plan your getaway today.
With the Rocket Right Show, I'm Dr. Kay Solar in the house with Hurricane Betsy Barnes, and our medical segment is sponsored each week by Mary Bird Perkins, Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Center, and we're staying on a roll about wellness. You know, we've been talking the past few weeks about how to improve your general wellness, improve your life, improve your longevity. You know, because I want to be here for, a bit longer with you, Bets.
That's right. We want to be here a whole lot longer.
Well, I'm so excited because I was recently at a Partners One member mixer breakfast, and I met Paige Sullivan. Thank you, Paige, for joining us. She has Healing Hope Wellness Center, and I loved your story and how you started this and the passion that you have for wellness. So kind of just start from the beginning, like when we were just chatting over breakfast, what made you want to do what you're doing now?
That's a good question. So I had kind of a rough childhood, like my health wasn't the greatest, and at 14 I ended up getting diagnosed with Raynaud's, an autoimmune, and they tried finding lupus in me, and it was just test after test after test, doctor after doctor. And so anyway, at 18, I told my parents I was really tired of going to the doctor. I was tired of getting picked and poked. And so I asked them if I could stop going, and they said, well, we really want you to go for at least your yearly checkup. And I said, I can do that. So in the meantime, my mom had some hormone problems, and she ended up going to a naturopathic doctor. And at the time, I made fun of her, and I joked with her, and I was like, that tree hugger's not going to do anything. Eating like a rabbit is not going to do anything. And so anyway, well, she ended up talking me into going to a naturopath, and when I say it changed my life, it changed my life. I mean, I went from taking 1 to 2 naps a day, feeling miserable, getting any sickness that came around, not being able to keep up with people my own age. And then I flipped after just giving my body the nutrients that it needed. I flipped to waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and hitting the gym and going to sleep at midnight. And I don't recommend that. However, I just felt so alive because I wasted all that time being sick, and now I'm happy and healthy.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah. Well, it is definitely a fact that a lot of autoimmune diseases are triggered by poor nutritional health, allergies, stress, all of those things that sometimes we don't realize we're putting our body through. And it is amazing when you make some of those kind of lifestyle changes that aren't medication and turn things around.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times people think I'm destined to have this, or I'm going to have this forever, and it's not always true.
And that's exactly what I thought. I mean, the doctors will tell you autoimmune diseases just don't go away. And so 14 years old, thinking that this is going to be the rest of my life and it's only going to get worse, I mean, I had no hope. And that's why I named my business Healing Hope, because there was points where I didn't have any hope. So
and that's a terrible thing when you're a young person,
right?
And stuff. So once you had this change and you felt better, what came next?
So I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my life. It's funny because from 4 years old, I told my mom that I wanted to be a medical doctor, and then at 18, I watched my grandma pass away, and I seen what the doctors and the nurses had to do, and I was like, I can't do that. Like my heart just can't handle the things that they do. And so I was graduating and people were asking me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I had no clue. So at 19, after I got healing, I was like, I now know what I want to do with my life. And so that's when I started college.
Mm-hmm. And so tell us about that journey, because a lot, so you do naturopathic medicine.
Yes, ma'am.
And tell folks what the journey is, or that you did to get to that point to be, practicing
and what
that.
licenses you've had
And
to go
well,
after.
and a lot of times, we can talk about the difference too. And when we're talking because there's some differences and some similarities between naturopathic, homeopathic, and a general physician,
Yeah, of course. So as far as homeopathic, that's just a portion of what I do. Homeopathic medicine and remedies are work more on an energetic level and on frequency, and that's a portion of what I do. But I also use supplements and herbs and vitamins, and just there's so much out there that we have nowadays in natural health. It's amazing.
And as you were talking, just telling people how to eat right, and the importance of exercise and the importance of sleep.
Right.
And I think, just from, going through the traditional route with medicine, we really were lacking in a lot of the what to do to prevent yourself from getting a disease, because everything is about, if you get this disease, then you treat it this way, with medications. And there was less focus on what to do to prevent it, or even the aspects really of how important, diet and lifestyle and all of those other things can be on impacting that. So I think there's a good marriage between those things, because you need a little bit of all of it.
Well, doctors rarely ask you, tell me about your diet. Can you give me the journal of what you've had for the last week?
Well, I think the biggest
They
thing...
don't, not to be negative, but
but I think a lot of
it's like, oh, here, take this pill because you've got this, and take this shot because you have this. It's really just educating yourself on what works best for you,
and it's
depending on what it
amazing
is.
because a lot of people don't really know. They really don't know how to eat. I mean, you might know that Twinkies are bad for you, but a lot of times you might not know that eating like nothing but fruit is also bad for you. So if
somebody comes to you, what do you do in assessing them? Like, let's say if I came to you, what would you do to help assess me so we can get on the right track?
So typically when a client comes in, I would sit them down and go through what's called a strategy session. And I'd take about 30 minutes just seeing where they're at, if they're ready and prepared for this journey, if I will even accept them as a client, because some people aren't ready for that journey. They do
have to be very motivated.
Right. They need to be motivated. They need to be ready. And I'll sit there and I'll be like, okay, I've heard what you're going through, and now I would like to take a year and spend with you and coach you through this, and I want to work myself out of a job. So after a year, I want to be done with my clients. I want to teach, and that's what doctor means. Doctor means teacher. And so I want to teach my clients how to take care of themselves. And so I typically go with sending things to the lab, and I do all non-invasive testing. So I would get fingernail clippings, hair clippings, saliva, urine, and send that to the lab. And then there's other modalities and tools that I have that I use. I'll do urine testing myself as well, and I do iridology, which is the study of the eye. So different blemishes in your eye mean something. All of our nerves end in our eyes, so it could be linked to an organ, and same with face, tongue, and nail analysis. So those are some things that I have in my toolbox that I use to see what's going on with the body, so then we can work towards a goal.
And I know you mentioned to me too that you do sign language. So you do like to work with folks that are hearing impaired and deaf.
Right.
Because you can have that and they don't have to bring an interpreter with them.
Right, exactly. I love working with them. I also love working with military as well, and I give a military discount as well.
What do you see are the things that people lack most in their diet, their nutrition? Is there one or two things that you just see almost everybody has, or a large number of people have, that is something simple that they could improve upon?
Yes, water.
People do not drink enough water. They're dehydrated. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many clients I've had, and this goes with my strategy session. They'll come in and they're like, oh, I don't like the taste of water. And I'm like, okay, well, we can work through that, or I might just need to find a different client,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's very important. So we don't have much time left. So I want you to tell folks where you're located and how you can be reached and where they can find out more information.
Of course. So I do have a website, healinghopewellness.com. And then I also, I'm located off of Essen between I-10 and I-12. And my phone number is 225-402-7130, and you are welcome to call and schedule a strategy session with me, and we could take off and go from there.
Mm-hmm. And we have your Facebook page listed on the screen so folks can see what's going on and what specials you have and all that great stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
We'd love to hear your healing hope stories. So please come back and tell us some more. We'd love to have you come back. And we're going to be right back listening to some healing music with Eric Peters, singer-songwriter from Louisiana. And we'll be right back. Hang tight for Rock It Right.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ron McMorris of Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, conveniently located off the I-12 corridor in Walker and Albany. If you suffer from sciatica, migraines, or other pain conditions, give us a call to see if we have a technique that best fits you. We have multiple techniques, including chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, dry needling, rehab, and much more. Again, I'm Dr. Ron McMorris with Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, Walker, and Albany.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen and Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
Some call it joie de vivre, the joy of life. In Louisiana, it's our way of life. From music that shakes up your senses to food that wakes up your palate. That joy vibrates in every note we play and spices up every meal we serve. So come live life to the fullest. Come one, come y'all, come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm Sean Ardway, inviting you to plan your trip at louisianatravel.com.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Cade Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you are interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Cade Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
Visit one of our 21 state parks all over Louisiana.
Let's go to the state park. There are 21 of them, you know. And state parks have biking and hiking, tubing, and we can even ride horses. Or we can go exploring and even swim by a beach. They have cabins, really nice ones, with long fishing piers.
Don't forget to tell them about the discounts.
Oh yeah, book 3 nights and we get the 4th night free.
Great job.
Thanks.
Louisiana State Parks, we're ready for your adventure.
I had a meeting with Dr. Barfield, and it kind of just hit me. It probably is cancer. After the surgery, I wasn't scared anymore. I was looking forward to getting started with chemo. Not one time did I get a nurse in a bad mood. I was here for 5 hours at a time, and I did not dread coming. To get people from around the country to come to Baton Rouge, that says a lot right there. That this place is cutting edge.
Back with the Rocket Right Show. I'm Dr. Kay Solar in the house with Hurricane Betsy Barnes, and we fixing to have some music up in here. And we are so glad. Thank you for joining us, Eric Peters.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we always love this part of the show.
Yes, indeed. I'm excited.
I mean, who doesn't love music? And we're so glad it's coming back.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a rough year, but we're getting back rocking and rolling around town, and looking forward to spreading our wings outside the state lines as well. So we'll see what happens.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Well, tell us, for folks who may not have heard of Eric Peters, give us a little backstory. Talk about, did you come out of the womb with a guitar and just kind of start from there.
Yeah, so music's been a huge part of my life. I actually went to Our Lady of Mercy with CJ. We're in the same grade, so this is pretty cool. And he rocks too, by the way. So
thank you, and that's why I said I've known you since you were that little.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so started playing guitar around 10, and writing my own songs here and there. Throughout high school, had a little original project, and then about 6 or 7 years ago, kind of started to get into more of the working musician scene, blues, classic rock, things like that, and have been fortunate enough to meet a lot of great friends and colleagues along the way. Chris Roberts, who plays bass in my band now, Terry Sheremy, our drummer, my big brother and mentor, Big Chris LeBlanc. Gotta give him a shout out too. Yeah. So it's been great, and now the project is called South Down Souls.
Okay.
So we're we're based out of Baton Rouge, obviously, and we're about to release a record. We're aiming for kind of end of summer, early fall for the release. Things kind of got slowed down a little bit with the last year.
Of course.
But it's given us a lot of time to reset and reprogram and remember why we do this in the first place. So yeah, I'm really excited, and really excited to be able to work with Jay over at the park and the other things that he's doing.
You're talking about Jay Hoover.
Jay Hoover,
Who is
Hover.
I
got you there. I got you.
We don't want anybody to misunderstand his name, Jay Hover. But he's doing some, not only concerts with Beauvoir Park, but also with Red Stick Social.
Yeah.
And earlier in the show, we had Robert Lay, who has just put together a phenomenal opportunity for people to have a good time. And so we're really excited that we heard your playing there, and Jay kind of hooked you up to be able to come on the show and share some of your music. So we're really glad for that collaboration.
Yes, super glad about it too. Absolutely.
So tell us, this new project that's going to be coming out with the name South Down Souls, what genre are we going to expect? Like, if people are tuning their ears, what are you going to categorize that?
Yeah, so it's... And I feel like musicians say this a lot, but it really is a little bit of everything. It's got a lot of roots in some good Louisiana music, whether it's like some syncopated Zydeco roots, and even into some of more of like the New Orleans funk with the Meters and Dr. John, Alan Toussaint, Professor Longhair. Anders Osborne, a great singer-songwriter out of New Orleans that I look up to a lot. So kind of has, a little bit of funk, a little bit of folk Americana, singer-songwriter vibe.
So anybody who likes anything
rock
will like it.
Yeah,
You've just named everything we like.
I know. Southern rock, blues, like it really is. We're kind of, this first record is kind of just a culmination of just whatever we're feeling at the time, and we're just rolling with the punches, trying not to put ourselves in a box.
And how many songs are we going to hear on this new project?
It's going to be 10 tracks.
10 tracks.
10
and are we
tracks.
going to hear one of those like now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what so what are you going to play now? Is this out right now, or people have to see you live or on the show to hear it?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a sneak peek. This is coming at you. This is a song called Cajun Queen. It's actually written about the great state of Louisiana. Being homesick and being away for a little too long, and because Louisiana, you don't realize how special it is sometimes until you go someplace else.
That's right.
This song is kind of a culmination of that, and like I said, with it just being me and the guitar, it's one of the more acoustic, kind of softer vibe songs. So I feel like it's a great fit for the show here for the future.
Good. Well, break it out.
All right, cool.
We ready?
Let's do it.
I'm looking at the miles that stretch between us. I'm wondering why we had to go this far. But distance still can't keep my heart from wandering. With you beside the river, beneath the stars. My dreams, they seem to bleed into the day. And then I long for you well into the night. So I wrap up in your love and I close my eyes, because I know for now it's better this way. And when the time is right, Louisiana, Saturday night, they buy you way just to see my Cajun queen. My Cajun queen. I find myself in what they call the heartland. Though I know sometimes my heart is someplace else. As the wind blows through the trees, I can't help but stop and think that it's your voice that's whispering to me. So until the next time I get to hold you, I'll keep you with me everywhere I go. Every moment passing by is just another reason for this love to spread its roots and to grow. And when the time is right, Louisiana, Saturday night, they buy you way just to see my Cajun queen. My Cajun queen. Feeling good is easy when we're together. It's like you give me wings so I can fly. And as we soar up into the clouds now, I'll show you, baby, just who you are. I'll show you, baby, just who you are. Who you are. My Cajun queen. My Cajun queen. My Cajun queen. I've got to get back got to get back my Cajun queen.
That's awesome. Love it.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Love that.
So this weekend for Father's Day, folks can see you at Red Stick Social with the full band.
Yeah,
right?
so
Your
it'll
power
be
trio.
It'll be the trio. It's gonna be acoustic. So we've kind of developed this acoustic band, which has been doing really well across town, and it kind of developed with the needs for COVID-19. But so it'll be two acoustic guitars and our friend Terry on djembe.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll be rocking at Red Stick Social this Sunday from 2 to 5, I believe.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
That's right. You got it right because
Yes,
we
indeed.
heard it earlier. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing when the musician knows when he's supposed to play.
Right. I
you
always
do.
have to remind
That's
myself
great.
too. That's what it is.
Because your calendar's probably picking up. So
It really
right.
is.
So you
It
got to
really is.
kind of look at it now. It's not
Yeah.
like when there was like one gig here and there, right?
Yeah, we're filling up and
That's
just
awesome.
super blessed. So, anybody can keep in touch with the band on social media platforms, Southdown Souls. Just simply search my name, Eric Peters, Chris Roberts, Terry Sheremy, any of the guys in the band. We're always promoting not only ourselves, but the great venues that allow us to go make some noise.
Great. So best place, any of those social media platforms, follow you, and they'll know where you're going to be playing next, right?
Absolutely, and that'll also keep you up to date with the record release too. Which,
Yes.
Yes.
We want you to
very,
come
very
back.
soon. Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about that too
Oh, I
when
can't
it's
wait.
released. We'd
That'd be
love to
great.
do that.
That'd
And
be
you
so
know,
awesome.
if you're someone who can spend some time with your dad and bring your dad, take him out for some live music, take him for some brunch, some lunch. Go to Red Stick Social. Go give your dad a hug, or any man that's been a great inspiration in your family, because this is really a time to show some appreciation to those men out
Absolutely.
there who work really, really hard and take good care of us.
Go bowling too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, take your dad bowling.
100%.
That's right.
Music, bowling, some food and drink. What more
Come
can you
on.
ask for, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's right. We want to see who's going to be cool enough to bring their dad out to go hear some live music. That would be really awesome. Eric Peters, thank you so much. Thank you for
Thanks
that
for having
song.
me.
I loved it. It was really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So we
My
want
pleasure.
you to come back, and we're really excited about all the great things going on in Louisiana. Go to our Facebook, Rock It Right Entertainment. Post some things if you think we need to know about it. And just remember, if you're going to rock it,
Make sure you rock it right.
Woo!
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Rock It Right with Betsy Barnes and Dr. K Solar is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Partners One, better barter for Baton Rouge and beyond.
Mary Bird Perkins, Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Center, Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, Advantage Health Solutions with Dr. Boyd Michael Helm, Hightower Dental Concepts with Dr. Leah Larson, City Group Hospitality including City Pork Brasserie and Bar, City Pork Catering, City Slice, City Taco, Rouge Creole, and Beau Soleil.
Talent 360 Consulting with Vicki Little. Jeff Taylor, Realtor and Forester with Whitetail Properties. The 3rd Street Songwriters Festival. Elite Chiropractic with Dr. Ron McMorris. LouisianaIsATrip.com. Take one. Thank you for making our show possible.